Okay, so to the point of the Patriot Act being unconstitutional and breaking the law, there is a part in section 218 of it that states it is allowed to breach the rights of the Fourth Amendment, which therefore legalizes what it's doing and means it is allowed, and limited complaints about it. I'd also just like to revisit the points about the number of attacks that have been stopped and the number of criminals that have been held accountable for the actions due to the new NSA regulations. Only 3 years after 9/11, 310 defendants with criminal offenses as a result of terrorism have been investigated, and 179 of those defendants have already been convicted. And that's only counting 3 years from it. So over the 14 years since it, you can imagine how much safer it's been and how much less crime has been gone unaccounted for. Which is why Obama has recently said that losing it, the act, which has come under fire for people who are concerned about privacy, could weaken the government's ability to prevent attacks. And quote, I don't want us to be in a situation where for a certain period of time those authorities go away. Authorities to look over the stuff. And having prevented, we got a problem where we could have prevented an attack or apprehended somebody who was engaged in dangerous activity, but we didn't do it simply because we took away the action to look over everything that was done.
Alright, ladies, you have 1:26 left. Do you just want to run the clock?
Yeah.
Or do you want just a minute? Do you want any?
No, it doesn't matter. This is my last thing.
Yeah. So if you're ready to go, you can just go.
Yeah.
That is important, guys. You don't have to use prep time just because it's there.
In the last part of the negative speech, he said that the NSA didn't take action in certain terrorist involvement because they needed time to look over information. Since 9/11, enhanced NSA surveillance was not necessary to find Al-Midar prior to 9/11. An example of how targeted surveillance would have been more effective is the 9/11 Commission report, and other sources note that the CIA was aware of Midar well before the attacks and missed multiple opportunities to deny him entry to the U.S. or intensify their surveillance of him. So basically what I just said was the NSA looked over all these other things that they could have stopped Midar before this incident of 9/11. They could have stopped him. They had evidence to stop him completely, but didn't use it. Obama has already extended equal privacy to non-U.S. persons that solve foreign privacy invasions. And Obama administration report has achieved at least one thing, extending to foreigners the same protections available to Americans. Intelligence community personnel are now specifically required to consider the privacy interests of non-U.S. persons when drafting and disseminating intelligence. The report said you cannot simply, that is not just a U.S. person to disseminate his or her personal information. Instead, it said officials must examine a non-citizen's information and determine if releasing it is essential for intelligence purposes. well, everything that I just said is referring back to section 702 of the FISA Act, the Foreign Intelligence Act. In our plan, we said that we wanted to limit the scope of NSA Surveillance Act by, under section 702 of the FISA Act, and to narrow the purposes for all foreign intelligence services may be conducted and limit such surveillance to individuals like ourselves, Americans, certain groups or entities who pose a tangible threat to national security. Congress should pass legislation among Section 702 of the FISA Act and related surveillance authorities to narrow the scope of what can be acquired as foreign intelligence information, which is now defined broadly, among other things, information related to the conduct of foreign affairs of the United States. It should be restricted to what is necessary to protect legitimate aims identified under national security. It means that the government may acquire information only from individuals, groups, or entities who pose a tangible threat to national security. The NSA surveillance, the NSA are head of Stalin's secret police declared, "Show me the man and I'll show you the crime." And if you have enough data about someone, you can find sufficient evidence to find him guilty of something. It's the reason the U.S. Constitution specifically prohibits general warrants documents that basically allow the police to search for anything, as the negative side said that they need warrants to search anyone. Surveillance means that anyone can be convicted of law breaking once the police set their mind to it. There is significant danger in allowing the police to dig into these large data sets and find evidence of wrongdoing. The NSA is doing too much in order to find things out about terrorists when they have other reasons to do so. They're hurting the privacy of fellow Americans, to demolish terrorists. This is especially true given the expansion of legally loaded terms terrorism to include conventional criminals. The U.S. terminology is so broad that someone who donates
And that's time. All right, round of applause for our first round. I need from the debaters for the affirmative team, I need your 1AC. For the negative team, I need your DA shell and your 30 cards, please. And then from the audience, I need your flow and your ballot. So you need to make sure your name is on the ballot. Only put your name where it says judge, because I cut that strip off. Yeah, rip out your flow and then put your name on it too. Yes, yes. In fact, because we only have like 16 minutes together, 15 minutes together, I will collect it from you. The sub will collect it from you tomorrow. Okay?
Can I get another copy? I can't find my ballot.
Yes. Oh shoot, where did I put the ballot? I think they are over on my desk.
Okay, so
Oh, I need to stop recording.